Good evening, guys. Hope all of you are well. So today, so I actually received a couple of comments and queries as well, where you guys have asked to go ahead and explain few learning paths. What are the things which are included in the learning path? One request that came from one of you is to describe about the learning path for data integration full stack. So I thought that okay, fine, let me go ahead and do that now. Guys, I am not an expert in each learning track, okay? So I'm from a different skill set or a specific skill set. However, all the skill sets which are there in which is in CSD, they're about 49, okay? So right now all of you guys are going through stage 1. So there are many skills or there are many learning paths which is similar to each other. So when this request came in for data integration full stack, I was at lost because I don't know much about it. So I had to do some digging, find out the documents which relates to it. The reason I'm doing this so that whoever is there in data integration full stack, and if you know you are in this domain and your technical training has not started, you can prepare a bit in advance. Okay, so once your technical training start, because this is self-paced training, it will be easy for you to go ahead and do the learning. All right, so I thought about okay, fine, let me go ahead and get some documents and share this if it helps you guys. So data integration full stack, this is probably one of the smallest. This one has one of the smallest time span. So about 5 weeks within which it should wrap up the entire training. Okay. So data integration full stack comes under AIA. There is analytics. So you guys, whoever is there in data integration full stack, you will be following the LP, which is data warehousing basic for stage 1. Now the same LP or the learning path would be for guys who are associated with analytics. Okay, so with for an example AWS, then big data, then is B Squad or GCP or IDQ. So these are all different paths. Okay, so however all of them would have a single or a common path right now, that is a data warehousing basic. Now I'm looking at my screen and talking to you guys at the same point of time. Okay, kind of distracting sometime for me as well. Okay, so let's talk about the data integration basic, because when I talk about data warehousing basic, then I will actually go ahead and cover, as I said, AIA, AWS, B Squad, big data, GCP or IDQ, all these learning, but okay, and also Informatica, MDN, and Stibo. So when I talk about this data warehousing basic, I'm going to cover all these learning paths right now, all this path which are part of AIA analytics. So let me go ahead and open the document and take you guys briefly through it. Okay, what are the things which are included now among all these learning path? Data integration full stack is probably of only 5 weeks. I mean, all these learning path is of 5 weeks only. Okay, so what are the things which are included in this particular learning path? So it would include SQL data modeling, it would include DW basic, ETL and reporting concept, it will have Unix, it will have Java and Python. Now all these will be done within 5 weeks based on your learning path, and you will get the access to Udemy. So when you access Udemy, you will get all the courses which are there, and the handbook from which I'm referring right now, this handbook will also be shared with you by your coach. Okay, now please understand this is a self-paced learning. Okay, so I always keep on misplaining this. Self-paced learning. So there will not be any facilitator or any trainer. However, there could be mentors, buddy mentors. Okay, so who would be able to go and assist you or give some guidance. And of course, the CSG team is there, and your coach will be there as well for additional sessions or additional guidance if you need any. All right, so let's go start what it is. I mean, let's go ahead and talk about what are the things which are there in the self-paced learning. So please remember, you have practices, you have courses, you have videos as well. You have to go through all of them. Once you complete all, only then you will have the assessment opened up, and the assessment is going to happen on module. Okay, so the first week would have its first week starts with database SQL and data modeling. Okay, so those are the things that will be covered. So first week would have SQL programming, second week would have DW basic, ELT reporting and Unix, third week would have core Java, and third and fourth week would have core Java, and the fifth week would have Python. So that's how the learning journey goes through for your learning path. So again, first week would have SQL programming, week 2 have DW basic and ETL reporting and Unix, week 3 and 4 would have core Java, and week 5 would have Python, and you would have your assessment. So technical assessment and step plus, that's your BH assessment, both combined together. Alright, so this assessment would be have is actually a qualifier, so you need to pass it. Okay, so now there would be MCQ type of questions and coding type of questions as well, both would be included. Now what type of questionnaires would be there for this particular learning path, I don't have an idea yet. Once I get to know, I will let you know as well, not the questions but the type. Okay, so first week, as I said, this will have SQL programming and data modeling concept. So you will understand that, and you will have two different courses under Udemy on the first week, which you have to complete, rather three courses. So you will have SQL for beginner, you will have data modeling and relational database designing, you will have relational database designing module that needs to be covered. You will also have practice SQL, so you need to go ahead and do this online practice, which is there in Udemy as well. Week 2, data warehouse and ETL concept that you have to go ahead and complete. Okay, now you would have two things, or rather not two, rather four chapters or four courses in that. So data warehousing fundamental for beginners, you will have ETL concept, you have data warehousing ETL testing and data quality management and BI reporting. So all these things you have to cover. You would also have the Unix and shell scripting. So the basic scripting and shell programming is something that you will go through. You will have practice sessions as well. So you have practice on Unix and shell scripting, both using online editor. You will have to do that. Now week 3 and 4, that comprises of your core Java skill. So you have to completely focus on that. So you would have to go through Java in depth to understand the Java engineering concept. You have core Java made easy, these two things, and you would have the practice Java session. So 3 and 4 combined core Java. Okay, week 5, this focuses on Python. Okay, so there will be hands-on and practice cases as well during this learning. You have Python for beginner, you will have complete Python programming masterclass beginner to advanced level that you have to complete. You would have practice sessions, you will have practice Python online compiler and editor. You would have JDoodle, which is a free online compiler editor for Java, C, C++. You can also go ahead and use W3 School. You would also have online Python compiler. So these are the things that you can go ahead and use. Now this is the fundamental stage 1. Okay, once you complete all the mandatory learnings, the assessment and the benchmark, which is of 70%, as I said, your assessment is going to happen on Moodle platform. Once you clear this certification, you would be enrolled for the advanced learning, which is stage 2, but that's going to happen only after you complete your stage 1 successfully. All right, so that's in brief. Actually, I think this is the shortest possible walkthrough that I can, or rather anybody have gone through. So that's all for the data warehousing model. Okay, so that's the learning path, and as I said, this similar learning path would be followed by anyone who is in analytics, AWS, for B Squad, for big data, for data integration full stack, for GCP, for IDQ, for Informatica, MDM and Stibo. If you are in any one of these, you are going to follow this particular learning path. All right, so if you have any specific questions about the learning path, please, I will not be able to answer because I'm not from this domain, or I'm not from this technology. Okay, so when my technology comes into play, I can go ahead and explain it to you myself, including the entire learning path, but this is mine. Okay, however, if there is any specific topic, or if there is any specific learning path or any module that you want to discuss, or you want me to go ahead and give you a brief run through, mention that in the comment section. If you know any of your friends who are in this learning path or in this domain, ask them to go ahead and watch this video, or just share this video with them. Okay, so that's about it, guys. So that's the walkthrough that I had that I shared with you all. So this is regarding analytics, data warehousing basic, and the learning path I have mentioned multiple times. Okay, so hope you guys like it. So that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching. You all stay well, stay healthy, and be happy. Thank you so much, guys. You all have a great day ahead. Take care.